Welcome to the cleaning vlog for 2025. Man, as we are going into this new year, life has been lifing, to say the least. So while I am doing my deep cleaning for the beginning of the year, I'm just going to talk to you guys about what it is that I have for my expectations for myself, for my business, and just overall, just to really dedicate this year into moving forward for me. I feel like the perception of the internet and social media has literally eliminated real life for a lot of people. And just because it's not posted doesn't mean it's not happening. Because again, life be lifing. And that's okay. I am learning to understand that I don't owe anybody an explanation on my page, how I post. If you don't hear from me for a week, that's none of your business, okay? Okay. Learning to set those boundaries when it comes to social media as a content creator is crucial. And I learned that a lot last year. So with that being said, me moving forward, I will take the breaks that I need to get myself together and not feel guilty about it in any fashion or form. With that being said, I am moving into reminding myself about my boundaries, and that's in all aspects of life. I sometimes can be a bit passive and let things slide, and girl, the anxiety it gives me, baby, it just reminds me that I need to go back to setting those boundaries with family, friends, business-wise. Like, you have to put yourself first and not let people make you feel bad about it, because they will try to guilt trip you. And you're not doing these things to be malicious. You're doing these things so you are taking care of yourself, one, but also setting that healthy connection of having a better relationship. One of my other biggest things for 2025 is indulging in my creative space. I find when I create, it gives me a sense of release. It's a passion of mine, and honestly, I feel like since in a new city, it's gonna take time, but I can't forget to just create. Creating is a passion of mine. It gives me release, and I feel happy. Indulging in Black culture, Black fashion, Black artists, essentially. And honestly, I can't wait to see what that looks like this year, because sometimes your girl be sleeping on herself. And I'm not gonna keep doing that this year. Keeping a cleanly space is something I'm really big on, which is why Reset Sundays is a major part of my brand. But let's be honest, sometimes you just don't feel like it. But when you have a cluttered mind, it's possibility that you have a cluttered space too. So, girl, clean that closet, clean your room, set time to regenerate clarity in your space with cleaning your space. I promise you it makes a hell of a difference. Returning back to what I know. When I say this, I mean when I was in Milwaukee, a lot of you know, I am a wellness coach with also an inspiring herbalist. Get back to your roots. Do your research. Find what works for your hair, your skin, your body. And with that being said, it means to step away from your phone, step away from the social media. Read a book. Read an article. Pour into your mind as if you are pouring into that self, because you never know how the things on social media can affect the mind and the body. And baby, a lot of y'all got clutter on y'all social medias. So that's also a thing that you need to do is declutter your social media. Unfollow them fight pages. Get away from TMZ. Stop following the gossip. You need to give yourself time for positive frequency. Now let's talk about doing the work. What I mean by doing the work is a lot of us have traumas that we haven't dealt with and could possibly be affecting your relationship, how you run a business, how you work your 9 to 5, how you parent your child. And it's not working thus far. So what do you do to change it? You do your work. Figure out why you operate the way you do, because essentially the trauma is operating for you. And we need to learn how to operate in a healthier manner. So, girl, start doing those journal prompts. Maybe you find you a therapist that you can talk to that works for you. I don't want to hear, oh, therapy didn't work for me. Well, it's going to take more than once for you to find a therapist that works for you. So put in the work, making sure that you are trying to be the best version of yourself in 2025. Once you start to heal those traumas that essentially weren't even yours to begin with, and I'm not saying all of it won't be yours, but especially as a Black woman, a lot of the things we deal with is generational trauma, childhood trauma, societal trauma. You carry things that essentially aren't yours, so it's time to put that down, sis. Take that off your plate. And once you start to do that, you'll feel a clarity and a peace that you probably haven't felt before. And it might be uncomfortable. You might want to go back to what's familiar, old habits, but that's what healing is. It's not comfortable. It's not always pleasant, but you'll start to feel a peace that you're not familiar with, and it's needed. Now, I know the world is literally on fire. No pun intended. But with that being said, make time for things that you enjoy. Create space for happiness and passion and joy. Get a new hobby. Go on a date. Plan a date with your friends. Go on vacation. Stop holding on for the right moment and just do it. We wait for people to hand us moments and opportunities when you just have to start them. Make them for yourself. I plan to enjoy the time I have on this earth by planting, doing things with my girlfriend, making friendships in Charlotte, making time for family. If there's a dance class you want to take, girl, go take that dance class. You want to learn a new language? There are plenty of apps for you to do so. You want to read? Get you a library membership. We have to stop making excuses because the timing isn't right. Sis, the timing ain't never gonna be right. You have to make it right. And in 2025, literally, all you have to do is just do it. So my point of this video is we have to start really assessing how we want our life to look instead of complaining. Now, I know there are a lot of people who honestly have no control over how things go. But then again, a lot of us do. We have to stop making excuses. You want something to change, you have to take it by the head. Relationship, family, career, hell, even where you live. I made the leap of moving out of a place that I've known my whole life. Was it uncomfortable? Absolutely. Do I regret it? Not even for a second. So that goes to show you that you have to take that leap of faith. And it's not always going to be pretty. Believe me, 2024 handed me my ass. But I don't regret anything for a second. So, I have a question for you. How are you setting yourself up for 2025? What are you doing differently? How are you taking charge of your life? Don't tell me you need to plan. It's time to start now, sis.